Dublin, November 180 Bravo Bravo with it.
November 180 Bravo Bravo, good afternoon to you. Report your altitude.
2,000 feet on 1014 Bravo Bravo.
Bravo Bravo, understand you're looking for 60, so climb not above, initially not above 4,000 feet on the QNH 1014.
4,000 feet, Bravo Bravo.
Correct, what's your requested routing?
Let's go amend direct.
521 ready, cleared direct, let's go.
Hi, Wycliffe Barrett, Xplane dedicated. It's going to be a short vlog today, mostly about information, but also talking about the last 8 days on in the Xplane world, where there's been an awful lot happening. First off is the Rotate Sim Md80. This aircraft has caused such a furore over the internet and over the Xplane world that I'm really not quite sure why. But one of the things that have been stated about this aircraft is that it is not systems deep, there are things missing, it's a half-finished product, etc, etc. I'm going to put the record straight, so I'm going to put the record straight right now that I purchased this. It wasn't given to me, so it's not, you know, I've actually bought this. And I think that for what it is, it's great. It's not, let's be clear, it is not a study level simulator. What it is maybe a 2/3 study level simulator, if you get my meaning. So therefore there are a number of systems that work, etc, etc. So, you know, electronics, hydraulics, air conditioning, etc. There's an FMC, a custom built FMC, but not all the pages work on that. The progress page doesn't work, and there's no TCAS. Now, from what I recall, it seems as though the no TCAS was the one thing that everybody was screaming about. Well, I say everybody, it came down to just a few people on Xplane dedicated. Let me be right up front about this. As far as I'm concerned, I think that this aircraft is fine. It flies perfectly, you don't need a TCAS. The autopilot works really, really well. The aircraft itself handles well, whether you fly it in heading mode or full auto mode or even hand flying. I think, personally, and this is my own opinion only, I think that this is a good buy. But then again, if you're looking for a study level simulator, then maybe this is not the aircraft for you, okay? Hopefully, I will get a vlog out later on today of the Md80, cold and dark start, and FMC programming. I'm hoping to get that out later today. So much has happened in the last few days that I'm getting a little bit behind on some of my vlogs, but give me a couple of days and I'll be up to speed. So later on today will be the Md80 vlog. Okay, so that's the Rotate Sim Md80. As far as I'm concerned, in my opinion, I think it's okay. What else? The Embraer 175 has also been released, and the Embraer 175 was an aircraft that I was beta testing, and I put in a number of reports about different things. One of those things has not been rectified, or not been altered, should I say, but other than that, it's a really nice aircraft. Other than the one thing that I have a thing about that hasn't been rectified, and it doesn't look as though it's going to be rectified, I think it's a nice aircraft. The exterior model is really well done. Once again, it handles well if you're flying it on heading mode or speed mode or hand flying it. And the autopilot just about works to a degree. The one thing that I've got an issue around is the FMC. I don't like it. It's not like any other FMC that I know. It does things in a slightly different way, but that's not a bug, and that's not because of the developer. It's actually replicating the real FMC in the Embraer. And so by so doing, it's different. It's really weird. So I have it, I like it, it's a nice model. You have to consider whether you want to buy it. Once again, this is not a study level sim. I'd say maybe 3/4 level, but it's certainly not a study level sim. It's not a level D sim, okay? But certainly have a look at it. You know, it's a nice aircraft. I'm not going to do a vlog on it. I'm not going to do a vlog on the Embraer 175. There are lots of vlogs out there already, so I'm not going to do one, I don't think, but you may catch a flight on stream or something like that. Right, what's up next? Simple Seasons by Einstein. He has done a updated version of this, and it's you know, I mean, Simple Seasons that Einstein has done is about trees being bare and all the rest of it. No winter textures yet, although I believe he's working on that. So he's just done a small update, which is to deal with some bugs within that. And Simple Seasons is one of those add-ons that I think that everybody should have. It's brilliant. And apart from that, I like Einstein. He's a nice guy, okay? Before I go on to the last aircraft, I just want to talk about something that happened last week on Xplane Dedicated, for those of you who are members of Xplane Dedicated. There was a post on there that started off and it was about a particular aircraft. And then partway through that thread, there's some personal attacks took place. There was personal attacks against me and there was personal attacks against some other members of Xplane Dedicated. I removed the post, not because of the discussion that was taking place because of the aircraft, but because of the personal attacks. The person who wrote that post took umbrage. He got very angry and very upset, called me almost everything apart from a Nazi, and then decided to leave Xplane Dedicated, which is fine. You can join and leave at any time you want. He decided to leave. He said he was going to take a load of people with him. In actual fact, he was the only one that left. He then went on to another forum, another Xplane forum, and wrote a long post attacking myself and some other people, other members of Xplane Dedicated, on another forum. And one thing I will not have on Xplane Dedicated is personal attacks. I don't mind constructive criticism, and I don't mind healthy discussion. But when somebody starts attacking another individual on a personal level, then I won't have it. And I removed the post. I didn't block the person, I didn't ban the person, I removed his post. He removed himself. End of story, okay? We've still gone past 1,000 and it's given me great pleasure to say that yesterday, I think it was late last night, we was at 1,015 members. I was able to give away 2 SSG 747 ATIs, kindly donated by Ricardo from SSG. I was also able to give away a premium membership to flightsim.com, which was donated by Dom at flightsim.com. And in the very near future, in fact on Star Wars Day, which will be Friday the 18th for me, because that's when I'm going to the movies to watch it, I will be giving away a Jar Design A330-300, okay? I've already got that, and that has been kindly donated by Eugenie at Jar Design. And then, late yesterday afternoon, I received an email from Thomas at DELAN Engineering, so D-E-L-A-N Engineering, and Thomas is going to pass me one of his head tracking hardware applications. So he's passing me the head tracking gear, okay, for review, and after I've reviewed that, I'll be giving that away as well to a member of Xplane Dedicated. All of this stuff about bias and beta testers being biased is a nonsense. On that, I'm going to say this. I am at the moment beta testing one more aircraft, and you all know what that is. That's the X737 EADT. When I finish beta testing that, I will not be testing any other aircraft for the foreseeable future, okay? I myself, Wycliffe Barrett, will be removing myself from any beta tests, okay? Beta testers, by definition, are exactly that. They test for developers, and they tell developers where they've found things wrong. Beta testers are normally just flight sim enthusiasts. There are some real-world pilots that are beta testers, and in the main, the rest of beta testers are just users, okay? My only experience of flying airliners is within a flight sim environment, okay? So when I'm beta testing, I'm looking for things that I think are wrong from my personal perspective. I'm not a real-world pilot in that respect. So that's how I test, okay? Unless, of course, I've been guided by the developer and they've said, could you look for this or look for that, okay? Finally, in regards to beta testers and non-disclosure agreements, yes, we are bound by non-disclosure agreements until the developer says, yes, you can do this, or yes, you can say that. So as regards to the X737 preview vlog that I did last week, I had been asked to do that by the developer, okay? And even though I did that vlog, there was lots within that vlog that I did not tell you about because of NDA. The same with other beta testers. If they're doing streams or putting up photographs, it's because they've been given permission to do so. But in essence, beta testers just test, and we tell developers, and it's up to the developers to either listen to us or not listen to us. End of story. Final thing then this week is and we all know it, it's the Flight Factor 767. This aircraft we have been waiting for a little while now, not forgetting that Flight Factor, they produce on a regular basis. I bought this yesterday. Yes, I bought this yesterday, same as a lot of you people. I bought it. I always said I would buy it. And I've got two manuals, okay? There's this one that Emma really wants to get her hands on, okay? And some of you might remember this. This is from the Flight Factor, not Flight Factor, the Flight 1 767, Level D 767, that was produced in the other simulator. I'm just looking for a page here so that I can show you. Here we go. Now, this manual is absolutely brilliant. Look at these drawings, a PDF vector line drawings of different things, absolutely perfect. So yesterday, when I got into the 767, I used the startup routine from this book. Now, this manual is, oh gosh, I don't know how old, but you cannot get it. It's as rare as rocking horse. Poodoo, okay? It's an operating manual, it's bound, it's absolutely beautiful. And I used the startup routine from this for the 767, and it was perfect. Nothing was wrong. Everything that's in this, and this is, I can't remember when it was printed. I'll find out. It was published in, the first edition was 2005. The first edition, 2005, so it's 10 years old at least, and it was perfect. Didn't miss a beat, so there's that. And then there's the other books that I always talk about, and that's the Mike Ray, let me get the light off that, there you go. It's the Mike Ray check ride books. This is the pilot handbook for the 767 and these are superb. I'm just going to try and find a page that makes sense on camera. Bear with me. Oh, here we go. How to start the APU. Okay, how to start the APU. Hope you can see that. And he has things numbered 1, 2, 3, whatever. I'm looking at it back to front. But what Mike Ray does, he has things numbered and beautiful pictures so you can see what you're doing, and all you have to do is follow that along, and you will not go wrong. Absolutely superb. And this book, all the way through, it's full of information about the 757 and the 767, which are more or less two similar aircraft. So, the 767, it's got a whole load of new stuff in there. The weather radar is fantastic. I really like the weather radar because you turn it on and you can see the sweep of the radar. Okay, because in the front of the aircraft, you've got a dish that kind of moves like that. You can tilt it up and down through a number of degrees. I think it's 10 degrees down and 10 degrees up, or it might be 15 degrees down and 15 degrees up. And it sweeps, goes from side to side, so it's sending out a radar beam in front of the aircraft that sweeps. And you see that sweep on the radar in the aircraft. Absolutely beautiful. And the terrain radar, equally as good. Of course, you hit terrain radar, you have to be quite low for that, and also with the dish pointing down, and once again you'll see that sweep. But what I like even more on both of those features is when you turn them on, you get the test, right? So you get the test sweep, and you just got, you know, a display full of colour, and then it comes back and it shows you the weather or it shows you the terrain. So that is a brilliant feature. The other feature in it, which is absolutely superb and is innovative and is so 2015, is the iPad. There's an iPad in a little pocket in the aircraft. You click on it and it pulls out an iPad, and you've got all the configuration of the aircraft on the iPad there. Whether you're going to have winglets or not, payload, fuel load, absolutely brilliant. And okay, I am biased. I think that flight factor is Xplane's PMDG. I know it's a wild statement to make and people are going to scream and shout at me, no! But as far as I'm concerned, and I've had PMDG, you know, I had the PMDG 737, I had the PMDG 747, and I had the PMDG Md80, all great aircraft. It's unfair to say that Flight Factor is PMDG's, is Xplane's PMDG. What we should be saying is Flight Factor is Xplane, plain and simple. So there you go, guys, it's all information, nothing more. Hopefully a bit later on today, you'll see the Md80 vlog that I've done, cold and dark. I've done it, I've recorded it, I just need to narrate it, which I'm going to do right after this video. See you soon. Cheerio.